What's up, guys? Welcome to Matrix. My name is Ari, and today I'm gonna show you something you haven't seen on my channel yet. As you all know, I've started to play Leauge of Legends, and I really enjoy the game. It's really nice, and I own them scrubs every time. Anyway, I'm here today to show you something that I haven't showed you before. I upload cool gameplays, commentaries, stuff, everything, and I also upload guides. And I will make a guide today on one of my favorite champions of all time in Leauge of Legends. That's what I'm gonna show for you. That is what I'm gonna show for you in this video. And in Leauge of Legends, we don't call it guides or guide. We call it Champion Spotlight. So I'm here today to present to you my very first Champion Spotlight, only made for you guys, so you can play a better champion like I do. Okay, before we start, I just want to say that I really hope you will enjoy this video, because I spent a lot of time making it, and if there's anything that can be improved, please guys, be nice and tell me in the comments below. Anyway, as always, Eric here, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have a nice day, guys. Until next time. What's up, guys? And yeah, welcome to Matrix. My name is Eric, and I'm gonna present to you my very first Champion Spotlight. This time we are featuring Malzahar, the Prophet of the Void. Malzahar is a ranged ability-powered mage, and I use him to silence my opponents, farming some minions, and dealing a lot of damage over a few seconds. Malzahar's passive is Summon Voidling. After Malzahar has casted 4 spells, he summons an uncontrollable Voidling that will aid you in battle. Your Voidling will grow stronger over time and will only be at your side for 21 seconds. After that, it will die. Malzahar's first magic is Call of the Void. Malzahar will summon a portal that will deal damage twice. If a champion is hit by Call of the Void, it will silence the target based on how many times you've upgraded your spell. Malzahar's second magic is Null Zone. Malzahar spawns a pool on the ground, and enemies inside it will take damage based on their health. Malzahar's third magic is Malefic Visions. Malzahar spawns a Ignite spell on the target. Every time the champion or minion dies while has Malefic Visions on it, it will automatically spread to a target nearby. And remember, the target has to be within the range of Malefic Visions. Every time it jumps from one target to another, Malzahar will gain mana on it. Malzahar's ultimate is Nether Grasp and does like this. Malzahar summons a beam on your target for 2.5 seconds that will deal a huge amount of damage. Here are some useful combos you can use with Malzahar's specific abilities. If you see a champion escapes, just like this, you can place the Call of the Void behind him, so he will probably walk right into it. Did you understand that? If a champion moves close to you, or if tries to escape, you can easily just use Call of the Void when the champion is moving backwards, just like that. So every time a champion moves at a specific position, and you know where the champion goes, you can just place the Call of the Void right behind the target. A very nice tip you can do with your spell number 3, Malefic Visions, is that when you place your Malefic Visions on a target, remember to always attack that minion that has Malefic Visions on it. If you focus another target, there's probably a chance that Malefic Visions won't kill the unit in time. That means the unit won't die and it will not spread to another target, so you will gain mana. Remember that, guys, every time you're in need of mana. Here's a very useful tip on how to use Malzahar's abilities in the proper rotation. You'll see there's a Swain down here. First, you go with Null Zone, Malefic Vision, silence the target and your ultimate. This makes you do so much damage over such few seconds that your target will not have a chance to flee or anything. Now, I only had 199 ability power there, but if you have more, you will almost one-shot the almost one-shot the champion. Here is what I recommend you to go with if you want to be a successful Malzahar. First off, I always buying Doran's Ring. This gives me health, ability power, and mana regeneration. This is very nice, and every time you kill a unit you will also gain 5 mana. So you will actually gain plus 5 mana on your Malefic Vision ability. So that is very nice way to get mana, so you don't have to go with clarity at all. Now, if you don't have that much money, you can always start out with buying Boots of Speed right after. And as they say right here, essential items. The Rabanus Death Cap is a very essential item as Malzahar, cause it gives him ability power, and yeah, that is just so good to Malzahar, cause he needs a lot of ability power, not that much. He's not that a defensive type, he's more like an offensive champion, so you don't have to buy that much defensive stuff. But then, right after, I will probably go with Doran's Ring, the shoe right here, the Sorcerer's Shoes, the Rabandon's Death Cap, Leauge's Torment, which is also a very nice item you can buy, which will give you 50 ability power, 300 health, which is also very nice. It will also give you 15 magic penetration, and also dealing spell damage applies a damage over time effect for 3 seconds that deals bonus magic damage equal to 2% of the target's current health per second. This bonus damage is doubled against movement impaired units and capped at 100 damage per second versus monsters. So what this does, every time you deal spell damage, you will also apply a damage over time effect. So that will also mean if you place your Malefic Visions Ignite and also have this, you will deal so much damage over time, your target will almost die of dots. I'm not sure, but it's really a useful item. Now, after that, if you're playing against some champions that can deal a lot of damage against you and really have a huge amount of burst, I will probably recommend you to go with Leauge's Crystal Scepter. If you are against champions that are so good and deal so much damage to you, I will probably recommend you to go with Leauge's Crystal Scepter before even buying Leauge's Torment. You can also go with Shonia's Hourglass, but the way I play Malzahar is just Doran's Ring, Sorcerer's Shoes, Rabanus Death Cap, Leauge's Torment, Leauge's Crystal Scepter, and also Abyssal Scepter. This one right here, Void Staff, is also very useful and offensive item, which will also give you magic damage ignores 35% of the target's magic resist. That is so good, because Malzahar is a champion you really have to focus a lot of magic penetration on, so you can actually be able to reduce the opponent's magic resist as much as you can, because Malzahar deals so much damage. How much? I got 241 ability power at the moment, and my ultimate deals 713 damage over 2.5 seconds. That is crazy, so crazy. So just focus on Doran's Ring, Sorcerer's Shoes, Rabanus Death Cap, Leauge's Torment, or Leauge's Crystal Scepter, and also Void Staff or Abyssal Scepter. Now, Deathfire Grasp is also very nice item. There are so many items you can go with actually, but it's very depending on what champions you're up against. If you're up against some weak champions that don't do that much damage, Leauge's Crystal Scepter is not that big of a deal. It can also slow the target, but you must have someone in your group that have exhaust or something. Okay, if we go into runes, I would probably recommend you to go with ability power or magic penetration. If you're up against some very offensive champions as well. If you are mid against Morgana, for example, or if any champion that can counter you a little bit, go with magic resist. That's the easiest way to do it, so you can resist a lot of damage, so you can stay at your lane for more time. But if you just like me, playing League of Legends for fun, just queuing up for some random Summoner's Rift and just own them scrubs, I would probably recommend you to just go with ability power. It's not that big of a deal, because the more ability power you got, the more damage you can do. It's so simple. So you actually got 36 ability power from the start. And if you also buy Darren's Ring, you will gain 51, and also the masteries, of course, which I will get to in a little bit. But runes are very, very important. You can also go with full magic penetration. That is also good. Maybe a spec combined with ability power and magic penetration. It is totally up to you. My summoner spells are very, very simple. Sometimes I go with Flash, sometimes I go with Ignite. Flash is to escape my enemies much quicker and much more easier. Cause I go with Flash, cause if you are a mage and a Tryndamere charge at you, you probably have to escape. So you can just go with Flash and use your ulti, for example, and kill him right after. I also go with teleport, so I can get to my lane much faster and farm a lot of minions before my opponent. Now, sometimes I also go with Ignite, because that is very useful if you're trying to do as much damage as you can. But that is up to you. I just tell you what spells I use to go with. My masteries are 21, 6, 3. This gives me ability power, damage penetration, mana regeneration, health generation, a tiny bit of magic resist, and also a very few amount of HP per level. This is a very nice spec for any mage at all. This is my opinion on mages, but you probably have a different thought of something that you want to tell me in the comments below. But this is the way I go with a mage. Who is next? You decide. Tell me in the comments below which champion you wanna see next time. Stay tuned for more, guys. Bye bye.